Reserve Up Team A6 Catapult reporting in. Hey, I can tell you're hella different from that stuffy old bit. I mean, that esteemed, honorable instructor, Miss Doberman, right? Like, it's obvious.
Hi! I'm Cruz. I might be inexperienced.
I need guards and medics. So
I'll try my best not to drag everyone down.
2, 1. Do I have another medic?
I won't fail you.
I have to level her up.
This
though.
time, I'll be sure to protect everyone.
I'll definitely upgrade her before going to do the challenge.
Everyone's taking charge of themselves now. That's nice to see.
Okay, let's try it. Let's try to get the auto deploy as well. We need a 3-star.
Us frontline breachers have high standards. Try to keep up. Here I go.
Does anyone need healing? Free! Gotta aim more carefully. I wish this to be the last time. If possible, I'll show them what I can do. It's okay. It's curable.
Now, tear them to shreds.
I'll show them what I can do. It's okay. It's curable. Now then, I can afford to get sidetracked.
Oh, I thought she was a healer.
Medicine here. Please,
Oh, she
take
does.
it.
I'm here to protect you all.
I'll stay vigilant.
Heal?
This is the shot.
I'll make sure everyone's safe. Please tell me if this hurts. Gotta aim more carefully.
Just as planned.
Freeze! Got it. It's okay. It's curable.
Go ahead. Out of my way!
Fight fly! It's okay. I can do more than just heal. I'll show them what I can do.
Perfect. No
What did
struggle
I
at
tell
all.
you? I'm super strong.
Now we can actually auto deploy. Get some chips and get our operators elite ones.
Stay focused. Look straight ahead.
Here I go.
I need to be careful. I'll show.
Gotta aim more carefully.
First aid ready. Medical support standing by.
This one's actually overpowered because she attacks and she heals. This one only heals.
Say no more! Freeze!
It's okay. It's
I'll take
curable.
hibiscus any day.
Incoming. Get ready, everyone. Medicine here. Please, take it.
I'll cover you.
I'll stay vigilant.
Get the...
Perfect chance!
If we can prevent more harm this way, I'll stand my ground. Got it.
Here's the medicine!
Medicine here. Please, take it.
Freeze!
Are you afraid of me?
Target locked.
Fight! Fly! It's okay. Hold it. There's no sense in getting any more hurt. Not one step backward. 今回は失敗しなかった。
May the Lord bless you, Doctor.
Upgrade one medic operator to level 40. Fine.
Everyone's taking charge of themselves now. That's nice to see.
Thanks, Doc. I'll be giving it 110% from here on out.
Why didn't you do it before?
Whoa. Your operators never cease to amaze me. I've got to work harder.
Oops. Let's max her out. Boom. Max potential. What's that level 1? Oh, it's just to be elite. Is there any other quests that I can do from like leveling up heroes or something? I want at least one level 2 factory and trading post. Okay.
Phew! We can take a little breather now, right?
Products received. Products received. Resources received.
2, 3, 4. Thank you, Tar, for the 2 clues. Appreciate it. It's 9 days. I'm gonna use those before. There you are. Let's collect all the
Doctor.
trust.
I know my food tastes great, but don't eat too much of it. You'll get fat.
She's fatigued, so we'll switch her.
At your service.
And her as well.
Please don't leave me here alone.
Then they're all full. We'll assign these 2.
Is there a soundproof room here? My fingers are itching for guitar strings so bad.
If we want to upgrade the factory, for example, we can.
Upgrading. Infrastructure complete.
And the trading post as well. We'll need to go and build some red concrete building materials. We need 3. We can only do 2. So we'll build 2 of these carbon bricks.
Products received.
Then we can do 3 of these.
Products received.
Now we can upgrade the trading post.
Upgrading. Infrastructure complete.
We can put 2 operators in.
Can I get my beauty sleep in here?
I think the trading post as well.
Really calms you down here. Think I'll get my 40 winks.
Dormitory, they're all full. Just run over them quickly. Seven and 7. We'll keep them there for now. Let's produce some of this, actually.
Products received.
Anything else that we've got? Like sugar packs.
Products received.
Let's kill summer. We can't. We could merge some chips. That's useless for me right now. We need 8 buildings level 2.
Cancelled.
We currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the activity rooms don't count.
At your service.
Okay.
Good morning.
Professional operator training invitation letter to Elite 2. That's interesting. that? Corey. I don't think I have him actually.
Esteemed leader of Rhodes Island, your ally, courier of the Snow Realm, is here at your service. If you get into any sort of trouble during your contract with Master Silverash, just snap your fingers and I'll be there.
Alright, so a new operator. Let's do this for fun again. We've done once, right?
Stay close behind so we don't get split up. I'll cover you.
Picked out your bait yet? Nothing can mask the scent of despair.
Put our healer. Here.
First aid ready.
You can't hide your fear.
Battle stance ready.
Vanguard here.
I know what to do. Don't order me around. You can't hide your fear.
All right. Doctor, I'm here.
I will sink your...
Now! Tear them to shreds!
You shall not pass!
The wind is blowing in the right direction. You
Just
can't
have to
hide
be
your
careful,
fear.
because when they're going to spawn here at the top left, it's gonna be a big trouble.
Better watch your step.
Doctor, hold it. There's no sense in getting any more hurt.
Better watch your step.
Not one step backward.
Victory shall be mine!
Perfect chance. Go ahead. Out of my way!
Not one step backward. Doctor, if we can prevent more harm this way, I'll stand my ground. Not one step backward.
Mission accomplished.
43.
So much to do in so little time. Thank goodness I didn't mess up too badly.
A single operation. Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Things are different. I don't want to hide myself any longer. I know what it is I want.
I'll stay vigilant. Just as planned. Perfect chance. Perfect chance.
I'm listening.
One
What is it?
DP after each attack.
War!
Perfect chance. This is the shot. Critical hit.
I'm not going to let you harm my friends.
Perfect chance.
Battle stance ready.
So far, so good.
This is the shot. Critical hit. Feel the wind.
I'm listening.
Feel
After
the
each
wind.
attack, it's just not giving me any.
Here. Oh, come on! I already have enough work to deal with.
I'll show them what I can do.
It may be a little gruesome, but I love shredding steel and crushing bunkers.
You'll pay for that. Oh!
Gain one DP after
It may be a
defeating
little
an enemy.
gruesome, but I love shredding steel and crushing bunkers.
Attack aerial enemies first.
Freeze! My blood is boiling.
Go ahead. Target locked. Feel the wind.
We're at
It's them,
124.
right? It's them, right?
Perfect chance.
Oh, that's a problem.
Freeze!
Here. Stop them now.
Now! Tear them to shreds!
You'll pay for that.
Not
one step backward.
Now! Tear them to shreds!
Oh, come on! I already have enough work to deal with.
Mission accomplished.
171.
Stay beside me, Doc. There are still enemies around.
Abandoned mine.
Stay focused. Look straight ahead.
Picked out your bait yet?
I'll cover you.
Battle stance ready.
Where am I needed? A little scratch ain't gonna stop me! You're not hurting anyone on my watch!
All right.
Anyone need healing?
Don't keep me waiting.
Anyone need healing? I'll handle this.
And that's a failure.
Mission accomplished.
Well done, Doctor. You must be exhausted. Be sure to rest when you need it. Operation commencing.
I'll do my best to make sure no one gets hurt.
You've gone astray.
Here I go.
Orchid, ready to move.
The wind is blowing in the right direction.
All right.
I need to put something here and here.
Kuruyo. Teki. I'll show them what I can do. You'll pay for that.
I've been waiting for a while.
I'm not going to let you harm my friends. Standing by.
Here.
What?
You'll pay for that. Not one step backward.
Go ahead. Stop them now.
You'll pay for that. You'll pay for that. Freeze! Oh! Victory shall be mine! Not one step backward.
Mission accomplished.
Stay beside me, Doc. There are still enemies around.
I think I know how to manage this.
Everybody, let's go. It's them, right?
I'll do my best to make sure no one gets hurt.
Here I go.
I wish this to be the last time, if possible. All right. Kuruyo, Teki. I'll show them what I can do.
Freeze!
Don't worry, you've got me.
I'll show them what I can do. You'll pay for that. I'll show them what I can do. Doctor, I'm here.
Now! Tear them to shreds!
Doctor, I'm here.
The wind is blowing in the right direction.
I'll make sure. Please tell me if this hurts.
Now! Tear them to shreds!
Feel the wind. What is it? I'm aware of what I'm doing.
Perfect chance.
I'm here to protect you all.
何も考えなければ。
A little scratch ain't gonna stop me.
Critical hit. This is the shot. Critical hit.
Doctor, I can do more than just heal.
You're not hurting anyone on my watch. Little scratch ain't gonna stop me.
I'm listening. I obey my own heart.
Here I go!
Perfect chance.
I'll make sure I can do more than just heal.
Anyone need healing?
Orchid, ready to move.
Prioritize treating the wounded. I'll guard against counterattacks.
May the Lord bless you, Doctor.
Event. There's a new event. Ending a grand overture. Course of history. History is like a sailing ship adrift, the course of which no one can predict. Isabel Montag, loyal Victorian knight of the Tower, once said, "History is like a granary. It stands in silence amidst the bustling estate, an unremarkable sight with a somewhat unpleasant scent of mold, only ever thought of when stowing something away. Containment, silently containing things, is its sole purpose. As for people, they are like stalks of wheat growing in the fields, braving the elements so they might sprout those precious, precious ears. All you have experienced will become shining golden grain stored within the granary called history. It's more apt to say that history is a showroom of human lives." Shining and golden? Yeah, I'd say that was a shining golden life. Vina, the sword is yours. It is your destiny. Father, is this? Vina, the hell are you doing? Stop swinging already. You've nearly beaten him dead. Vina, it's time. Got it. Vina, who do you wish to be when you leave this palace? I choose... Perhaps this is how history runs its course. Those caught up in its flow won't accept things as they are. They will resist it with all their might. But reality always comes crashing down, slamming you into the ground over and over. You've got no choice but to get back up and figure a way to stand firm. You know the fight will never end, and you've got to make ready for the next fist in your face. Until you've circled round and round to find yourself back where you started, albeit by some different path. Wait, now that I think about it, Dagda might have said millstone. History is like a millstone? I forgot what metaphor she used exactly, just that it's got to do with a mill or windmill or something. The sort of thing that'll get people thinking of the sunset. Ah, forget it. I never much fancied the way she talks all erudite like. When all's done, I'm here to record this heart-pounding moment in history. As a witness to this particular point, as one who personally experienced some of these events, I felt the need to share the tale with those who come after. It's worth remembering considering the many bitter lessons learned. It must not be forgotten, with too many painful sacrifices made. Safe to say, the story's so twisty and turny that if you weren't there to see for yourself, you'd never guess where it ended up. Aha, I remember now. It was a ship. History is like a sailing ship adrift, and every age sees its share of experienced helmsmen who think to change its course. But in the end, none will truly ever know where the sunset and the river will take them. Basad it, I don't need to copy the feel of those historical novels I read. It's my book. Why should I write it like how Vina's governess talks? Let me have a think on how I'd tell the story my way. This here's a tale of how a hoodlum became a hero. It's all about courage, friendship, conviction, and power. The heir to the king leaves the palace, and when she returns home, she's already fit to be called hero, standing alongside her merry band of mates. This epic begins the summer of the year we left in the factories of Londinium's Northport borough. They were the happiest days of my life. Muncaster. Bristol. Got any more? Chef Dino. Baird, give me a hint already. Vina, you really gotta watch me embarrass myself like this? Hey, it's your bet. I can't say anything. Baird's right. Wouldn't be fair otherwise. Don't give up now, Indra. Victoria's got at least 60 or so nomadic cities. If you can think of one more, you're a sixth of the way there. My whole life I've never left Londinium. It's my home. Why the hell would I remember what some cities miles away are called? You must be real fond of cleaning up the alleys back home then. Damn it, I shouldn't be acting like a smart arse. Oh, Anna, do you still recall the time you went to the video shop? After we were done duffing the Lane brothers up? I think I do. Didn't the film have a manor with white walls and a green lawn? Was it some kind of romance? It just went on and on. Then do you remember what the leading lady loved eating the most at the nobles' banquets? Sidmit butter and vanilla roast fowl beast. Yes, Sidmit. That's 10. Vina, you really are the best when it comes to leading, Vina. I'll follow you my entire life, I will. No need to get all sappy on me now. Alright, Morgan, you lost. Here's your drink. You know Vina helped her out, Baird. Whatevs. Drink's a drink. Morgan, it's your turn to pick up the protection money from the factories on Old Farley Road. Don't forget to help clean up the alleyways behind Old Ank's sandwich shop. It's times like these that Glasgow feels spread a bit thin. One day I'm gonna make all of Londiniums into Glasgow gang turf, and all those fees will come straight to us, alongside the best sandwiches in the city. If you took all of Victoria under your wing, who'd you even protect them from? The Gaulish? Maybe those snotty nobles? Who knows, some tosser is bound to show his face sooner or later. Norport can't make do without us, and neither can Londinium. There'll come a day when Glasgow's the heroes of the whole city. Just you wait. Not wrong, I'd say. Indeed, here's to the Glasgow gang, the most important gang in town. To the Glasgow gang. Cavendish Manor. Did you enjoy the play? A Victorian duke's daughter falls in love with a handsome Sarkaz youth. In order to eliminate this formidable rival, her would-be suitors conjure all sorts of dreadful, devilish plots. Who would have thought the playwright who penned The Lady of Windsor could produce such a provocative work, albeit only after a hefty writer's fee? What do you think, Lady Allerdale? I can't say I'm too fond of the ending of Cemeteries of Londinium, Earl Morrill. Under the heavy hand of persecution, the Duke's daughter and the Sarkaz lad elope, united in death as they are buried together in a public cemetery. A conclusion that's far too formulaic. I never expected a young lady such as yourself to have the tastes of a haranguing critic. Is it not enough to bring tears to your eyes? To whose eyes? Duke Cavendish's? Or the Sarkaz regents? Tears will only serve to blind us, my lord, and are often an accomplice to popular works harboring ill intent. A shame, truly. Here I was thinking you would have some empathy for the leading lady, but with her bound to a fate beyond her control. Now, I am so dreadfully sorry. Pray forgive my inadvertent offense. You must know that my family was once on good terms with the Cumberlands. I don't really mind. It's common knowledge that Her Grace the Duke of Castor aided me at my lowest. I have only gratitude for her. I see no shame in my circumstances either. And then, since you're taking part in today's festivities, may I take your words as Her Grace's own thoughts? You may consider them a friendly reminder. Londoners should be wary of those mercenaries from Casdale. Heaven forbids some ridiculous stories to sow the seeds of pity and sympathy in their unwitting minds. Casdale is far, far away, and they simply don't understand these sarcasms in the slightest. Do not allow tears to blind their judgment, my lord. Your words would throttle a talented playwright. Bringing the citizenry to tears would hardly be a difficult thing for a duke, I say. Is this also Her Grace's opinion on the matter? No matter what you might think of this playwright, I do believe The Lady of Windsor is a rare work of art. I wholeheartedly invite you and perhaps Duke Cavendish to give it a thorough read-through. Finns have not the limbs to drag themselves out of the swamp. Man has not the eye to see beyond time. If Duke Cavendish can understand these words and take them to heart, while keeping a wary eye on this matter, he can avoid becoming the next Duke Windsor. No offense meant, of course. Oh, I must say I quite enjoy your incisive view on this topic, Lady Allerdale. The eye to see beyond time, a rare thing indeed. In comparison, ambition beyond one's means is as cheap as chips, wouldn't you say? I can't say I disagree. Despite the many years past, there are still those who have not forgotten that Victoria once had a king. And there are those who carry the former heir to the throne in mind, alongside that sort of royal authority. Duke Castor's actions are hardly inscrutable. Whenever she dispenses advice to the other dukes, do not forget that there are eyes upon her in turn. I will inform her grace, my lord. It's getting late. I fear I must be heading off. Not staying for dinner? Dinner, Lady Cumberland? I have an appointment with my tailor to prepare some winter clothes. I'm sure you're aware that summer in Londinium lasts but a few fleeting days. But winter? Winter never comes late. Then I shan't keep you any longer, my lady. I shall send a ticket for opening night to you beforehand. If your grace would like to watch, Duke Cavendish would happily sponsor the troupe to tour the Castle de Mesne. I pray that her grace will not be blinded by her own tears. A most suffocating banquet, was it not? And who might you be? You may call me Clovicia. Based on that distinctive white hair of yours, you must be Lady Allerdale Cumberland. Madam Ailshee of your estate has ordered some outfits for the upcoming season from our shop, but I'm afraid we haven't finalized the details of yours quite yet. Sorry, I couldn't help but overhear your conversation with Earl Morris. It seems your reputation as a critic of the arts is well earned. You flatter me. I presume you're too concerned about the present situation in Londinium. Hardly. It's just rather difficult to not listen in as the clientele discuss the recent changes when you work at a tailor's. It's getting dark. I should head home. Once you've settled on a design, please have Madame Ailshee contact me at your convenience. Right, speaking of Madame Ailshee, she asked me to pass you the Londinium daily. Farewell. Might as well see if there's anything else newsworthy today, I suppose. A vicious brawl in Norport Borough? Is that... Fakin' hell. That bloody ridiculous is what it is. It's the third time this month. Been accident after accident here in the factory ever since that scoundrel took over the union. Watch close enough and you start to notice how whenever some brave soul puts out a complaint about the union, he ends up dead in some freak accident a few days later. Let's go then already. Take me to him. I'm gonna see just how brass this bastard's balls are. Calm down. The union handles union business. The street handles street business. That's the rule. Giving every bastard I see a right trashing's my rule. I know, of course I know, but we've got no other choice. The union's keeping it all hush-hush inside the factory. Not even the coppers can investigate. This new foreman, Johnny, right? Who's behind him? I remember hearing he's got some big name backing him. A relative of Duke Cavendish. Apparently. Do you mean Duke Cavendish? Yeah, that's the one. Is he trying to get anything out of you lot? Hasn't been asking for money or any of the sort. But ever since he became foreman, lots of the important jobs are getting taken up by workers from outside. I see. You head on back. We need to talk this over a bit. What are we waiting around for, Morgan? Are we gonna let these bastards do as they like? It's not that simple. You heard the man. This isn't your average union tosser. He's got the backing of a duke. Why is he going out of his way to play tyrant in some little factory, though? Who cares why? Since when did we need a reason to take out buggers like him? I know Londinium's rather restless these days. The duke's been playing their games around the clock. Don't tell me you haven't noticed all these fresh faces on the streets lately. Time to come up with a plan, Vina. We're all ears. Since we've taken their protection money, it's up to us to do the legwork. Let's go have a chat with this bastard of a foreman. Doesn't matter if he's got a duke behind him. That's more like it. Alright, if you say so, Vina. But just to be safe, we should scope out the factory a bit, get some info. You're with me, Baird? Sure. Hey, why didn't you ask me? What's wrong? You've been looking rather glum lately. It's nothing, I was just thinking I might be enjoying myself a little too much. What? Not too happy here? You have a duty, Siege. I've told you before, Dagda. I've found a life for myself now, so why? Is this life of yours helping your neighbors seek the justice of the streets, then heading to the noble manors to lob a few bricks? There's no escaping some things. You promised me you wouldn't talk about this in the gym. Then I'll stay by your side waiting for the day you have your answer. Life is long, but the pivotal moments that change you, they're over in an instant. I recall that one afternoon, before the chaos of the storm struck us, when we could still enjoy those peaceful hours. Indra didn't speak to me the whole day on account of my hesitation. Baird had to step in and smooth things over between us, and by nightfall we were all happy as could be, buying hot dogs and beer. But I couldn't shake off the feeling that the Glasgow gang was about to enter the craziest chapter of this story yet. It wasn't until those wild dreams of ours came to an end that I realized the most pressing issue. The main character of this tale wasn't the Glasgow gang, it was Vina, just Vina all along. What's the matter, Elsie? Did you not instruct us to keep a close eye on Her Royal Highness Alexandrina's whereabouts? The chief of the loyal police has just looked over the case file of that ghastly brawl in Norport. It involved a video shop known as McLaren's Place and a street gang going by the name of Glasgow. Here is the original copy of the file. It's rather vague, merely a record of the involved parties, but I thought you ought to know. Upon a fuzzy black and white photograph, a woman sucking on a lollipop stares indignantly at the camera. Person of interest, Siege, self-identified. Miss Allerdale, if you are near certain she is Her Royal Highness, why not seek her out immediately? And what then? I bring her back to Cumberland Manor? Or send her off to Castor? Whether or not she is Alexandrina no longer matters. The dukes are watching her closely. She can escape them no longer. It sounds to me like she would be swallowed by the city itself. Ha, we'll be swallowed too, Elsie. I'm willing to bet we're not the only ones with an interest in her. This matter has long since grown out of my control. Considering Duke Castor's orders, should you not find her and bring her to her grace? I need some time to think, Elsie. I saw her once before. I saw Her Royal Highness. But no matter how you put it, it was all such a long time ago. Things being what they are is an unknown. Here truly so important? It's merely an inkling from the very first time I saw her so many years ago. I always believed she would change things. Let's go. There's a few workers I need to pop in on. I would also like to know how Her Highness has been doing these past few years. Who's there? The coast is clear. I've handled this side too. This is it, the place Charlie told us about. We heard some chatter lately. The Union's been keeping a whole bunch of goods inside this old factory, like they were a smuggling ring. Johnny seized control of the Union not just to skim some funds, but to do this sort of business. What's inside those containers? Just open it up and we'll find out. Anna, slow. Are those Originium weapons? They're not standard Victorian issue. No idea of their actual provenance though. Duke Cavendish's name sneakily taking over a factory. Also, he can move weapons from God knows where to Londinium. What's he playing at here? The Duke's quietly stockpiling weapons within the city can only mean one thing. And now we've left our fingerprints all over the place. What do we do now, Vina? Looks to me like it's something way bigger than we can handle. We can't handle it ourselves, but we can tell others. Got a light, Hannah? Bloody hell. You can still see the factory burning from all the way out here. This is no laughing matter, Indra. Of course it is. We messed up some wicked dude's scheme. But we did something really big here. At least we can say we've done nothing wrong, yeah? Let the coppers handle the rest of it. They say Londinium's so big it defies borders, but at times I feel it's rather small. Wouldn't you agree? Who would have thought I would meet you here, Alexandrina, your Royal Highness? Who are you? I'm Moral, a humble guest at the Cavendish estate. Nobody in particular, and yet I wouldn't say I'm one lucky chap. You know about the factory, you know what Duke Cavendish is up to. Though I can boast of sharing some of Duke's burdens, I was not wholly in the know about His Grace's plan for Londinium. However, at this moment, my only concern is your Royal Highness, Alexandrina. I must say, seeing your Highness standing before me really does call to mind the sight of His Majesty all those years ago. You and he are so very alike. The same childish sense of justice, the same price you must pay for clinging to it. What do you want? Your little adventure with your friends this evening hardly matters, I say. A few boxes of lost merchandise is hardly anything compared to meeting you. Come now, at the very least, I'll let your chums leave alive. How about that? Why should I believe a word you're saying? Excuse my impertinence, Your Highness, but the truth is, you have no other choice. Or should I say you are free to try and escape, but I will be keeping a close eye on your whereabouts. No. Vina, the hell are you doing? Stop swinging already. You've nearly beaten him dead. It's fine, he's still breathing. Vina, what's this all about? You lot get out of here. The factory, all this, it was all my doing. Nothing to do with anyone else. Are you having a laugh? Vina, what was he saying? Why do he keep calling you your Royal Highness? Because she's the heir to the throne of Victoria. The daughter of the late King Alistair II, Alexandrina Vina Victoria. I didn't mean to hide it. I just thought it didn't really matter. You daft mate. I'm not asking who you are. I'm asking why'd you try and shoulder all this by yourself? Hannah, sounds like there's a long story you need to be telling us. Sorry. No time for that. Save it. We need to leave right now. Where can we go, though? Out the city. Right now, this instant, immediately. I can't. We are nearly out of time. Once the police notice the factory's up in flames, they'll contact the defense forces and shutter each and every port. When that happens, we wouldn't be able to fly out, even if we sprouted wings. Don't worry about Norport. I'll hold the fort. Wait, Baird, you're not coming with? Hey, Morgan, say something, won't you? I get where she's coming from. The Glasgow gang's always going to be home to us, Anna. Someone's gotta welcome you lot home when you get back, right? People are watching you, but I'm sorry, Vina. We can't protect you against real titans like them. The gang's nothing more than puny little must-beasts. You were never a Norporter, Vina. Or should I say never only a Norporter. I knew from the day you joined us. It's all my fault. I just wanted to protect you all, but now I've dumped a heap of trouble on your laps. Not wrong. If you're going to blame yourself, though, there's something I hope you keep in mind. Remember that you owe Norport. Remember that one day you'll need to come back here to repay everyone. I swear I'll come back. Yeah, it's our turf after all. We'll snatch it right back someday. But are you really set on coming with me? There's no need to tangle yourselves in all this. I'm your trusted advisor, Vina. I'm worried for you. If anyone comes looking to bother you, you're gonna need me to help bash their faces in. Wherever you go, Vina, I will follow. Never forget, Vina. No matter where you go, the Glasgow gang will be with you. I'll keep this place safe. We won it together after all. I promise you, Baird, I'll bring everyone back. Hopefully sooner rather than later. Here's to us, the Glasgow gang. To the Glasgow gang. Damn it all. My lady, it's the Duke of Cavendish's man. My lady, I'll contact headquarters right away, even if we must turn all of Londinium upside down. Suppress this event. Very well, I'm contacting the hospital. What? Suppress it? I will have my men handle this. Nothing to come will have anything to do with the Norport police. Do not worry, the chief of the Royal Police will not come calling on you about this or anyone else on scene, for that matter. Really? How can you be so sure? While I cannot fix the future's course, sir, I can guide it towards a path of my liking. This city will soon be welcoming a host of visitors. Do you not have more important things to handle? All right, very well. This too is part of your destiny, Vina. When we found out about Vina's past, I was amazed, sure, but I was more pleasantly surprised, as it were. I could see the entire story in my mind's eye, our lost heir to the throne, a heroic fantasy rising from the streets. Stories usually start with someone leaving and end up with a reunion, but reality begs to differ. When we stepped out on the road away from home, none of us expected the way back could be so fraught with hardship. I'm fond of the words Dagda spoke once we set foot on our home again, after many, many years away. History is like a sailing ship adrift. In every age sees its share of experienced helmsmen who think to change its course. But in the end, none will truly ever know where the sun set and the river will take them. Hey, who are you? Here to get some rounds in the ring? I'd like to ask if this is where the Glasgow gang is based. I'm looking for Siege. If I understand things right, she's your leader? This gym's only got one leader now. She's called Baird. Wait a sec, looking at your clothes. You're a noble? Get out, you ain't welcome here. Pardon me then. Wait. You're looking for Vina? You know her? I'm an old friend of hers. Vina's out on a trip. If you've got something to say, I can pass it on for you. No, nothing in particular. It's just that, as her friend, I'm concerned about her current situation. Please let her know I'm wishing her all the best when you can. Sure, she's doing fine. I'll tell her on your behalf. Allerdale turns and leaves the messy gym. She knows the woman there wasn't lying, because she saw the photo hanging on the wall, and the smiling face upon it. It's not time yet. In her fit of absent-mindedness, that deep, resonant voice arises in her head once more. Allerdale, Cumberland. You will meet Vina again someday. Operation Go 1. Lingering scores. Vina isn't afraid to talk with her fist. She's always first into the fray. Londinium Abandoned Factory, December 8th, 1098. Section G12. All these linkage numbers have faded away since this place was abandoned. Is this it? Phew. I'm praying I don't run into those damned devils again. I think you're lost, lady. Hey, new guy, get her out of here. And while you're at it, ask her nicely how she found this place. Remember, keep your tail clean this time. Don't make the boss mad. You heard him, lady. Come with me. Let go of me. Is this any way to treat a lady? Mickey Robinson, hero of the exemplars, or rather one of the heroes, is my husband. He entrusted me to fetch some medicine. The medicine to dull the pain from those hideous black stones. He can hardly even walk. Ha, yet another unlucky bugger. Shut it. Listen, I haven't heard of any Mickey. All you'll find in this blasted place are some bums, expired fun drugs, and the dead devil's bones. But, anyways, if you want oropathy meds, go look for that newly built sanatorium. The new speaker lady promised it'd be stocked. Wait, we really have no other choice. There's simply not enough medicine there. I know I can get it here. My husband, Listen, I have a few valuables stashed around somewhere safe, all from Cumberland Manor. The late Duke gave them to us. If I could just get some medicine. Don't give a reason for the defense forces patrolling out there to come sniffing around here. Just go already, lady. Make her sign the list. Then let her come by tomorrow to pick up the meds. Yes, boss. But what if she doesn't have the money? We do it the old-fashioned way then. That's weird. I don't think the boss ever stuck her nose into this sort of thing. What should I... Just give her the contract. Thank you. Wait, these clauses. My husband never mentioned them. If I sign this, then he'll live well, at least before we come calling for our due. Seems that hero husband of yours wasn't quite so honest with his better half, eh? Come on, hold that pen steady. If you can't, we can sign it for you. The mercenary holds her writing hand tight. The trembling overtakes her. She can no longer maintain her veneer of calm. She shuts her eyes, grits her teeth, and lets the mercenary guide her hand. Go on, enjoy your life. Bloody war's over after all. Asking Milscar for help will be the best decision you and your husband have ever made, lady. This morning, Londinium's interim health secretary, Provisioner General Madame Major, was found dead in her office in New Ochterrig district. In today's parliamentary session, Madam Speaker Alexandrina expressed her support of Madam Major's work in caring for the infected and lamented her untimely passing. The final point in Madam Major's itinerary before she passed was a trip to the Dukedom of Normandy to discuss a purchase of medicine so as to relieve the shortages within Londinium's walls. But according to some reliable sources, Madame Major died of an acute oropathic attack. Not only did she conceal her infection, she was also often seen arguing furiously with the speaker in recent times. In this sensitive period where the number of reported infected within the city is growing exponentially, it is clearly worth looking into the death of Madame Major, who had lost her hereditary peerage. Even now, 2 months after the Sarkaz withdrawal, why are their sinister plots coming back to the fore? As for the exemplars, at the terms of their resettlement program still not finalized. All eyes are on the newly appointed speaker, who has won the backing of a majority of the dukes. We have managed to connect with the speaker's close confidant, Miss Kate Morrigan, digging deeper into the broadcast in the speaker's office suddenly falls silent. Those louts are a real crock of shit, I tell you. They were loafing about the sanatorium cafeteria, waiting for me to sit down for lunch before they tried to wheedle some info out of me. Then you beat the hell out of them. I thought that way they wouldn't dare run their mouths on the news again. Sorry, I didn't think about how it affect the way everyone sees you. No, I would have kicked them out too, literally. But it doesn't matter what you say to those news shawms when they're in the business of making up fluff. They've already decided what to put in their latest story a long time ago. Since there's no way of shutting them up, might as well get straight to the point. Venus strikes her two fists together, putting herself through the paces engraved in her instincts with ease. Just like she always did back in the gym. That's the Vina I know. I knew it. Hannah even said, "Whoa, these clothes really do get in the way. Maybe I should find someone to make some alterations. I happen to know a pretty good tailor. He made clothes for the royal family when he was younger. Luckily, he made it through everything alive. Shame nobody dares hire him nowadays." Infected as well? Yes. Oh yeah, any progress on that thing you mentioned in your message? The situation is complicated. We've captured the Sarkaz, who have been hurting people. They're now cuffed in the Sinzeld's parliamentary chamber. I suspect this might have something to do with the gangs operating out of the abandoned underground factories. Milskar. As for whether or not the Duke of Normandy's here is behind all this, she and I will resume negotiations. Madam Major's death, the Londonier's medicine supply, as well as Milskar's gang and those Sarkaz. There are a lot of things to handle in the city, and none we can solve with our fists like we did 2 months ago. You've settled into the job quick, Vina. I believe Parliament is as it is now can manage these issues, so relax. I'm here to help you. Mother taught me how to handle this sort of situation. I won't let her down. Morgan? I'm heading over to Parliament. See you there. She's not quite used to this sort of life yet. None of us are. There are some things Siege could do that this so-called speaker can't. How's the victim of the Sarkaz attack? And the care of our colleagues at Rhode Island's medical department. No life-threatening complications for the time being. Moreover, we've traced the source of those low-quality medicines. Most of them came from Milskar. Many turned to them in desperation, but in the end, all they got was a pile of harassment from that gang of wandering goons. As for whether this Milskar is in the know, or if it's in the work of some overeager underlings, I'm not too sure. Allerdale knows. Milskar, the wildest villain running rampant in Londinium's shadows. Allerdale, she's dead. The final furious flame of Cumberland, the ever on eye. Vina herself has already forgotten when the figures behind those two names slowly became one. Was it when the war was nearly over? She subconsciously paused at her clouds. By the time the Exemplar's heroic leader walked out of the palace of Westaleg, wearing this old suit of royal armor. She had already torn down the flag of Casdel's military commission at the break of dawn, and had seen a familiar figure and the steam night fade away into the all-encompassing vapor. That day, Allerdale did not go to her. Rather, she turned and disappeared into the shadows of the ruined city. Let's go to Parliament. The Cineseld, once a royal estate, often rented by nobles as a banquet hall. It wasn't until everyone was dealing with the headache of where to house Parliament that Vina realized there weren't many choices left for the Londoners. The chaos of war had destroyed far too much of the city. I've seen this room many times before on posters and in movies. I used to be astonished by how massive it was, big enough for every gang boss to bring all their boys and girls in to sit down and have a chat about their turfs. But now, it disappoints me. It's filled to the gills, all cramped and suffocating. Though Venus never admitted it, I know her and I are of like mind. Miss Morgan. Huh? I didn't mean to interrupt your writing. It's just that Barnaby's late again. I'm thinking of going to look for him. I'm worried he's gone and gotten himself soused again. Well, Vina's not here yet. If you're gonna look, go look. No need to ask me. Wait. Now that I think about it, you said the same last time, and the two of you never came back the entire session. We were just locked out last time. In all honesty, Miss Morgan, I've been carrying around the factory's design sheets for near my entire life. If you ask me to do quality inspection, I know all the ins and outs of whichever part you'd like, and there wasn't a foreman out there who'd dare say I was wrong. But sitting here with those lords and ladies, trying to read those documents covered in gobbledygook so we can manage such a ridiculously huge city, biggest thing I've looked after in my life was my workshop. God, and my heart's pounding like mad. With us at your back, why be scared of some tosspot nobles? An elegantly dressed member of Parliament's eyes meet Morgan's gaze, and she smiles and nods her head in greeting. Fine weather we're having today. I hope you're all in good health. Oh yeah, good health to you too. We're fine, just fine, thanks. Well, just treat it as helping Vina fill the seats. I suppose they're not all tossports, but keep in mind that we put our lives on the line to take back their right to sit here. Are you seriously thinking of going back to the days before that? If so, I'll have to sort you out first before these bastards ruin the city again. Alright, I get it. Are Miss Indra and Miss Nagda not showing up today? They're busy handling some public safety stuff. I'd rather hold my hammer tight and go back to bed too. Oh, Madam Speaker, you're here. What's this? Vina, wait, who's that you're carrying? Barnaby. Clive, help him to his seat, Delphine. He drank until he passed out in front of the Cineseld's door. Now he won't let go of Vina. I'm waiting for the speaker. I've got a whole lot of proposals to help with the meds shortage. Then you should include them in your formal petition. We reformed the rules issued by Parliament. Also, we could bind ourselves. Lady Delphine, I swear Barnaby's not trying to be a simpleton on purpose. He and I have talked about his ideas loads of times. He's just like me, sick to our stomachs the moment we stepped foot into this bloody place. Like the soul's getting sucked right out of us. It's not just that we can't speak right. All the brass courage we had while chopping down devils is gone. So I came up with this stupid idea that maybe a bit of drink would relax. Vina's not going to get mad over something like that. Right. You needn't worry. Parliament nowadays is incredibly complex by nature. Everyone here is on the lookout, getting used to things and learning on the job. That includes the speaker. If we're going to defeat those who wish us ill off the battlefield, we're going to have to learn how they think. It's not going to be an easy process for any of us. The two of you have done pretty well, all things considered. What if we become them once and we learn enough about them? I certainly won't, Miss Morgan. I'm not saying you will, Clive. I can't guarantee that won't be the case, Morgan. Nobody can. I believe in Vina. So do Hannah and Dagda. I don't care what you all think. I'm sure we're all very clear on why we have convened this emergency meeting. Ever since Parliament was re-established, we have worked around the clock to resolve the issue of the Sarkaz who continue to operate within Londinium's walls. We gave our citizens a promise of safety. It matters not if it is the Sarkaz or roving mercenaries such as Milskar hiding within the city. Parliament will strive to settle the matter. We will brook no evil that threatens the safety of our people. You're putting me on trial? There will be no trial, Sarkaz. Parliament's new interim bill dictates how we handle you. The provisional court has passed it as well. You will be dealt with in a manner that all agree upon. Not everyone, just you people. You caused grave injury to a kind-hearted shopkeep, all for a loaf of bread he had already set aside for you. He's still alive? He is. Good. So when's the execution? You really should have left with the rest of your kind when the war ended. You still remember me? Of course you do. You were the one who let me go during the big retreat, after all. I'd say you were my savior, head of the exemplars. You... Longshot. That's what my daughter calls me. You didn't ask me my name at the time, and I'm betting the people sitting by your side don't give a damn what it is. But I'm going to ask everyone here something, on behalf of a few others. Are Sarkaz born and bred in Londinium, who have never left the city, still considered Victorians? To be honest, I've never really thought about that question. The Sarkaz who called himself Longshot never yelled or shouted, but the rowdy, chattering chamber went dead quiet as he spoke. I looked at the people all around me, paying special attention to the nobles' expressions. Those who had long made up their minds on the issue didn't feel like speaking up. As for those who hadn't, the more nervous of them had their eyes darting about, waiting for someone else to speak up first. But me? I was part of the third kind of people. I didn't have to make up my mind because Vina'd do it for me. So that day, all I had to do was wait for an answer. Just like the time I was up on the city walls, watching the Sarkaz troops leave the city, waiting for her to give me an answer. I don't think I'm ever going to forget that sight, so long as I live. Back then, I also had a question for Vina. Why we're allowing those Sarkaz who killed Baird to leave with so much pomp and circumstance. She never said anything that day. Atop Londinium's walls, October 8th. The Sarkaz troops are leaving. The airship's shadows looms over the silent, orderly soldiers, the life-bone tearing ripples through the dark clouds hanging above the ruins above the city. Vina stands atop the walls, quietly watching them march into the distance. Not too long ago, they were tearing apart our home. The land is scarred and slick with blood. How many years will it take to recover from the wounds Amnanam left on Londinium? I don't know what you and the doctor talked about, Vina, but there's still time to beat the shite out of those bastards. Our men and the boys from the Ducal Alliance are still waiting down at the foot of the walls. Just... Hannah, we're the ones who most need to stay calm right now. I'd like more than any of you to keep them here. But truth be told, we simply can't do it. The Duke's main fleets haven't retreated too far, Delphine. Dagda's right. They can hem and haw all they like, but once we start the fight again, they'll have to help us out, even if it's just keeping up pretenses. Then, are you going to let these people who fought so hard to survive the war just throw their lives away? Don't forget the ceasefire agreement. Now's not the time to act recklessly. All you ever say, don't. Screw this, screw it all. I can't take it any longer. All those people are friends, Baird. Indra stays not a moment longer. She fears she cannot stop herself from sliding down the walls to join the crowd below. She fears she cannot stop herself from leading the charge, pulling her battle-worn yet battle-hungry fellows back into the fray. Hannah. She's been bottling herself up this whole time. Don't worry, Vina. I'll go keep an eye on her. She's just venting. She's not the foolhardy type. Vina, why are we allowing those Sarkaz who killed Baird to leave with so much pomp and circumstance? This is the best the Doctor and Wizardel could get us. Londinium cannot withstand another war. There's enough dead already. You know this, Vina. Tell the exemplars, no rash action from anyone. Doctor? Rhodes Island received a few invitations from the Dukes. They want us to sit in on the post-war conference on handling Londinium. Handling, you mean before all the Starcas are even gone? Are they really in such a rush? I don't think the city as it is right now is willing to play ball with their machinations. They realize that too. You could always refuse, Vina. This is my home, Doctor. Made your decision, Vina? Wasn't it made the moment we led the exemplars on our charge into the city? They know it, and I do too. It's not something to take lightly, but you have my full support. We'll stand by your side. Thank you, Doctor. I suppose you're saying the biggest challenge is yet to come? I'm supremely curious as to what they'll spew out of those pretty little mouths of theirs. We'll meet you as soon as we can. Coming home's not always easy, is it? Operation Go 1, lingering scores.
Operation commencing.
Time to show them what we can do.
Battle stance ready.
The wind is blowing in the right direction.
Not one step backward.
I'll cover you.
Critical hit.
I need to be careful. Medicine here. Please, take it.
Perfect chance.
First aid ready. Medical support standing by.
Medicine here. Please, take it.
You shall not pass!
Here's the medicine.
Perfect chance.
Medicine here. Please, take it.
Mission accomplished.
Palace of Westaleg, October 8th, shortly after the war. This was a resplendent place 26 years ago. At the time, the dome above the polished to a mirror sheen, and the radiance of the twin moons and the enchanting darkness of the starry sky dancing together was a most beauteous sight. Once I kissed the back of His Majesty's hand here, paying respects to King Alistair, a rare honor indeed. Victoria no longer has a king, my lady. Or should I call you the Earl of March? Just Eleanor is fine. I did not beg His Grace, the Duke of Normandy, for the seat of County March to hold the title of Earl, but rather to expedite a few business matters, Your Highness. If it were not for that farcical royal hanging, we might have been much closer, Vina. She takes out a gilded purple business card, its face embossed with nothing more than a golden loose strife flower. Please take it. Since you're more accustomed to do things in a business-like manner, this might put you at ease. I'm afraid we're not so well acquainted. Do you always decide the future of Londinium here, my lady? It was never up to me where we meet. Besides, considering all that's happened here, surely there is nowhere else more suited than this? Eleanor looks at the faded statues and dusty doors at the end of the hallway, as if she could capture their past glory. In the room beyond was the king of Victoria's throne. Upon it he once sat, dictating the rise and fall of the empire. But what remains behind those doors now? I arrived early to both walk down memory lane and to meet with you. We have much to talk about. Did you not wish to meet me too? You know I'm holding a... Vina, surely your friends from old Rhodes Island have divulged that what the other dukes are thinking of you. The other dukes? I don't see much difference between you, them, and the Duke of Normandy backing you. Oh, don't get me mixed up with His Grace. He's a man worthy of respect, but it's not worth bothering him with trifles such as handling Londinium. As for the rest of them, I dare not say I'm worthy of comparison. The sarcasm withdrawal does not mean that Londinium's troubles are over. None are willing to tally up the change of the infected population, but the outcome is rather clear. Victoria's pharmaceutical production lines are insufficient, and nobody wants to rework their precious factories for the sake of the infected. You know what I mean. What do you mean? I have a long-standing partnership with the Colombian military. They've even referred me to several pharmaceutical companies. There is no crack that cannot be plugged. For the right price, of course. Is that a threat? Only if you think it is. Don't be too hasty to respond. Figure out what bargaining chips you have first before you come find me, Vina. Let's start our future partnership on the right foot. Oh, and you know you can tell just by looking around that your family once steered the course of all Victoria from this ancient palace. Your Royal Highness Alexandrina, Londinium is far too small for you. This city's too large, far too large if you ask me. It shames me to admit, but the wailing I heard all across Londinium had me quaking in my boots, and in my panic I went the wrong way. Ah, so many tragic sights in this city. You really have grown, Ellie. I still remember how you used to clamber up my back and grab onto my antlers. I am ever grateful for your generosity. His Grace the Duke of Normandy also reminded me that he is off too soon to convalesce in greener pastures. You may join him if you wish. Ha. I'm not one to leave my manor before I've drained my wine cellar dry of the fine vintages within. And here I was thinking old Normandy would understand the importance of this little meeting of ours. But no matter, you are the reason we have gathered here today, Alexandrina. Your Grace didn't need to cut to the chase quite so quickly. The old soldier is running late. Did he refuse your invitation again? He turned his eyes away from Londinium a long time ago. I'm sure your spies will have all the details of my meeting with him served to you with breakfast tomorrow. Yet even now, his elegance is no less impressive than the time Gaul was swallowed whole. I wouldn't consider this a good thing for Victoria. Taro and Dublin. Though he has not explicitly declared independence from Victoria, only the blind fail to see the reality of the situation. Abercorn and Fife suffered tremendous losses and so have forfeited the right to take part in the big decisions, and the one behind Ashworth has decided to stay far from any sort of turmoil. As for Normandy, his stance is rather clear-cut. Gododin smiles at the young duke. Eleanor simply performs the most minute of bows in return. The vagaries of life. Back in those days, we still had parliamentary banquets here, and King Alistair still sat in the throne room. None would take his words lightly. In the dark and dusty hall, Duke Gododin lightly taps out a beat etched in his memories with one foot, just like in days past. Smoke, music, and the sunlight shined upon him from the dome above. He was a spirited young man back then, with all the lords and ladies at the feast lined up to be his dance partner. Even His Majesty applauded him. Then, together with the other dukes, he sent the king to the gallows. No need to memorialize the dead, Your Grace. His orphan stands before us, does she not? So she does. What does it matter if Victoria has no king? The siege. That's all I can call you until you accept our proposal. There are better ways to implement your ideas on the infected, the refugees, even those pain in the sarcasm. Madam Speaker, should I consider this advice from the will of the Empire? Call it an attempt at giving some. We have other means to handle this near-ruined city. This is not a lifetime appointment. We will judge whether or not you are fit for the position. Just like the past, no? With your dinner table parliament, a handful of dukes could dance around the king behind closed doors, deciding the nation's future on a whim. And the results? Look outside. We have not yet washed ourselves clean of all the Sarkaz blood. You look only at this little city, while I look at the whole of Victoria. If Londinium has become an ulcer sapping Victoria's strength, I do not mind gouging it out. I will allow other nations to see Victoria bleed, but I will not tolerate them mocking our scars, nauseating thought though they may be. If you stand in the sewer, you cannot expect to have a full view of an ancient empire. Do not forget that the family name Victoria is no stranger to me, Your Royal Highness Alexandrina. Only the strong and the heroic have the power to steer the Empire on its future course. Let's not frighten our future friend, Your Grace. Didn't we gather here to soothe our worries in a more pleasant manner? Old Wellington is far from the core. Windermere is in a constant state of uproar, and the rest are keeping an eye on how we stand. Since it's rare for us to all see eye to eye on a matter, let's keep things simple. That I cannot deny, but Vina, you can do far more than this. Though this does not mean the speaker must sit on the throne, Ellie. Are you all finished? She draws her sword, and the hall falls deathly silent. Vina insisted on recording some minutes for that secret meeting. It was a meeting to decide Londinium's future, so her residents had the right to know what happened exactly. I stood there in my hiding spot, trying to note down every word as impartially as I could. But when I saw Vina draw that sword from her hip, pointing it at those bastards who thought they knew it all, I hoped from my deepest heart that she would strike them all down. That way, what came next might have gone differently. My teacher once told me the size of kings was used to behead rebellious nobles. No, not the size of kings any longer, though I do not know what to call it now. I have not the right to name it, as it was the workers who forged it. To commemorate that victory, whose painful sting has not left us yet. At first, as it lay forgotten upon the muddy battlefield, I thought its duty had ended. But those heroes who lost everything still remember it, because it symbolizes the Victoria held in their hearts. They do not wish to see her laden with dust once more. I know what they intended when they gave it to me. They wanted me to judge in their stead. Judge those who brought them to desolation and ruin. But you don't fear it, do you? It was never the sword you feared. Rena gently caresses the flourishes on both sides of the sword's crossguard, every detail sculpted by the artisans of Londinium. A hammer and a sword. They glimmer in the darkness. So long as the sword gleams, Victoria's honor will shine eternal. They begged my aid in reforging this sword, broken to the point of no return, using my hammer as its core. Once reforged, they offered it to me without hesitation. But at that time, I could make no promises. King, speaker, as far as I'm concerned, neither title is worth a damn. I'm no different from them. I'm just a woman who wanted to go home. And when I made it back, what did I find? I didn't see the grand Victoria you do, but I did see infected children in the boxing gym, hoping to learn pugilism so they could defend their homes, and drunkards, mouths full of rotting teeth, donating the drinks they had stashed away to the hospitals. Also, soldiers on the operating table could be saved. The glory of Empire has long since left us, so far in the distance it can no longer warm our hard beds in the winter chill of the new year. This sword is the duty they entrusted to me. I need neither parliament nor royal authority to know what I must do. I will do what I can to show them the power they hold in their hands, to make them understand the land is theirs to protect. But until that day comes, I must stand at their forefront, no matter what title I bear. Sewers too may bloom, and so here, in my home, I will not be lectured by the likes of you. Vina firmly plants the sword into the ground, its point passing through the stone like butter. It stands tall before the dukes. All eyes fall upon the quivering sword, a very clear provocation from Vina. Realm blade and miracle. In the wake of the war, those two words have become joined at the hip. Rather than the late king's orphan, they are much more concerned about Vina's other identity. Ha, well said, my lady. There's really no point in us keeping the sword nowadays. Best you pull it right out, no point in nicking such a fine blade. Your teacher really did give you a practical education. It seems we were worried over nothing, Duke Castor. Indeed, a rather childish way of doing things, but one that will win over the people. Parliament will see her mature faster than ever. Wait just a bloody minute. We have no choice, Siege. Sundered Victoria needs a new voice, and you have stepped forward. But I have seen many die by their own blades, leading me to think long and hard about taking up that particular one. Do not let it cut you, Madam Speaker. That is my advice. She's more clear-headed than your graces think. Doctor? Pardon me, your grace. We were unable to stop the doctor. You are dismissed. Londinium needs a leader who can protect everyone. You cannot rely on anyone else. Doctor. We will do everything we can to help the infected here. How interesting. A pharmaceutical company specialized in neuropathy that often dips its toe into areas outside its expertise. You circumvented the ducal alliance and tendered a ceasefire with those Sarkas. Well, there was no reaction from your grace's fleets. Merely a gift as thanks for all you have done on the battlefield. There are some lines that must not be crossed. We will await your answer, Siege. As for Rhodes Island, you lot have been keeping quiet for a while now. Why this sudden urgency? Time itself makes for irrational decisions. Oh, time, is it? Vina, have a good think about what the people you're still protecting really need. And remember, if you do make your decision, don't get too close with those Rhodes Islanders. I believe we have a good relationship with Duke of Normandy, my lady. That's exactly why I'm warning Vina, Doctor of Rhodes Island. She's not quite like the other dukes. So what should we do now, Doctor? You already have your answer, don't you, Vina? Most of our staff will withdraw from Londinium as soon as possible. The Seneschal Parliamentary Chamber, December 8th. It's been a long time since Babel took my brothers away. As for us who stayed, it's been real rough lately. Just do it already. I've got nothing else to say. He looks all around him, watching the people on their benches whisper to one another uneasily, and an unconscious sneer on his face. This place fettered him, and in its magnanimity, it had also fettered those who would decide his fate. Not too long ago, Vina vetoed a proposal to use the palace of Westaleg to house the parliament, instead of choosing this building, oft rented out by the royal family. She hoped this would be the starting point of a new parliament. I finished looking into him, Vina. Longshot, a lifelong mercenary, hails from a place in Casdale called the Scar Market. During the war, he took part in defending the city in the name of the military commission. He never saw the front lines. 2 months ago, Babel organized a withdrawal effort. He didn't follow them. Instead, he got captured by Indra and Dagda while covering for some local Sarkaz as they evacuated. You really did save him. I don't remember that. Ha. After he committed this latest crime of his, we followed his trail and found the people he was hiding. His daughter has been helping a few Sarkaz leave the city these past 2 months, but this time she's part of the group sneaking out herself. Sarkaz. You attacked the shopkeeper who recognized you for your supplies, didn't you? Restrain him. Don't lose your temper just yet, Longshot. Your loved ones managed to slip through our fingers. Someone's helping them. Milskar. Sounds familiar, right? Their business is creeping into places they shouldn't be creeping into. I don't know a damn thing, feline. Just kill me already. Worried my blood's going to get this pretty little place all dirty? The war's just ended and you're already trembling at the sight of some red. None of you sitting here have even 1/10 of the honesty of those Sarkaz you refuse to call Victorians. Just leave the rest to me. Alright. Any new instructions from Her Grace on the latest going-ons in the city? Her Grace has long since been aware of the trouble these Sarkaz and this Milskar have been causing, and she is very concerned about the safety of the citizens. But now Parliament is fully assembled, and since the Speaker has been doing a fine job of solving the issues plaguing the citizenry, she believes things will improve. However, when it comes to rooting out the risks against Londinium's safety, Her Grace is of the opinion that we should not tarry, especially in regards to Milskar. And so, there are still problems in the city that we must urge the Speaker to resolve sooner rather than later. Milskar Hideout, December 8th. Boss, Parliament hanged that devil, but we managed to snag the stuff he left for us. These goods. Send them out. But boss, that's way too risky right now. Parliament's been trying to sniff us out 24/7. Then hide them from us for a spell. They've paid their due, so we'll get them delivered. No need to worry about anything else. Nobody knows about this batch anyway. Maybe we can just... The mercenary gestures at his neck, but a sharp pain accompanied by a chill suddenly prickles at his chin. Boss, I had to say it, even if you kill me. That's the best way to handle things. Didn't those devils kill a whole bunch of our people? If you really cared, you'd be on the exemplars list of decommissioned soldiers, not here. But there's nothing wrong with caution, I suppose. With the new Speaker so concerned about the city's safety, we're an inevitable target alongside the Sarkaz. Those devils brought it upon themselves, though. 2 months ago, they decided not to withdraw alongside the rest of their kin. Now that things are heading south for them and they finally wish to flee, it's natural they have to pay extra. Don't worry, if this goes well, more and more business opportunities will be coming our way. You're back. How'd it go? Did you manage to get any? Sanatorium's as full as a tin of fins. Everyone's trying to get their suppressant as soon as they can, not to mention what just happened to Madam Major. Sorry, Diane. Not even exemplars get special treatment. Rhode Island's been working around the clock to provide as many suppressants as they can, but there's just too many new infected. I understand. Well, it's not like we've got no way of getting any. I've heard from some war buddies that there's private channels. Illegal ones? Hey, as long as you live to see another day. There's other means of buying medicine? My boss never told me we'd have competitors. Sure, you didn't hear me wrong, mister. Ah, sorry. My trip from Colombia must have tired me out too much. Hello, I'm Elicio. Here, my business card. Colombia? Pure Heart Medical? That's right. I rushed over to Victoria to find... one second, let me check my list. Ever since I arrived in Londinium, nearly everything's been different to how the preliminary briefing described it. Found it. Londinium's interim health secretary, Madam Major. Could you tell me how to get to the Office of Provisional Supply Procurement? Rest assured, I'm here representing Pure Heart Medical to discuss medical cooperation. The situation here will get better soon. Did I say something wrong? Didn't you hear the news? Madam Major has passed away just this morning. Sorry, I lost my cool for a second. No matter how hard we must strive, Pure Heart Medical's sincerity and dedication will not change. But right now, could you please take me to her office?
A perfect job. Looks like we can have a good rest today.
Operation Go Tutorial 1 Supply Shortage. Vina says the streets have been restless lately. Prying eyes have been casing the freight cars. They're just street thugs, no big threat here. But if they rob the freight cars and get their hands on some new gear, they'll become a nuisance. We should secure the cargo before that happens. This equipment should come in handy. We just need to deploy operators on the same plates as the equipment, and then we'll be able to use it. Unequipped blades will attack your attack. Protective vests will increase your defense. With the assault art unit, operators can temporarily frighten enemies using their arts, dealing arts damage. However, if those bandits get their hands on the equipment, they'll also be able to use it. We can't let that happen. Enemies may look harmless, but after they put on equipment, they're no longer so easily dispatched. If enemies are frightened, their equipment will take more damage. They'll be easier to defeat. We can use this to our advantage. We weren't able to recover all of the equipment in time. Stay sharp and prepare for battle.
As you bid. Even without a blade, I can run you through!
Damn it, my energy is nearly spent. He's got an assault arts unit, stay focused. If we can get him to drop his equipment, we'll be in better shape.
For Victoria!
This is a little tiring. This enemy is wearing a protective vest. It will be hard to defeat him from a frontal assault. This spot is ideal. We can also make use of the assault arts unit up there. I'll give it a try. Uh-oh, I was so focused on taking down these enemies that I let us get ambushed. Do something about it, Morgan. If the freight car gets wrecked, our gear is going to be scattered all over the streets.
Give it up!
We need to activate the munitions factory command center to reroute the rail. By guiding the freight cars toward the command center, we'll be able to protect them. I should get moving too.
Can't you A up? Watch your left.
Mission accomplished.
Doctor, want to celebrate the Glasgow way? First me and Hannah grab a leg each, then we shut our eyes, and then we hip hip hooray and send you flying. Hey, no need to run, love. I'm just joking.
Alright. Spending bills.
Phew, we can take a little breather now, right?
Resources received.